What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be showing you all of the books on my June TBR. I have all of them in my Goodreads because if you guys know me, then you know I read on my Kindle like majority, like 99% of the time. So yes, I always like to make a little folder in my Goodreads. Anyways, before we get into it, definitely like, comment, and subscribe, as well as go follow me on all of my social media. Links should be down below, and let's go. The first book I really want to read is Reckless from the Chestnut Springs series. This book actually hasn't come out yet. It comes out in 2 days. I am filming this on the 7th of June. So I actually read 2 books already this month that I'm not going to mention, but I am itching to read Reckless. It follows Winter's character in the Chestnut Springs series. So it is her 4th book in that series, and we are getting a 5th about Beau. That's gonna be the 5th one, but that doesn't come out till like October or something. But I am so freaking excited about the book Reckless, except I'm nervous because our main character has an unplanned pregnancy. Maybe I'm just not at the point in my life yet to be like attracted to those types of tropes. That's what I try and remind myself, because if I told myself when I was like 17 the tropes and the things I'd be into now, like read books about marriage and different things, I'd be like, oh my god, that's so boring. Like, no one wants to read that. So who knows? It might be amazing. I love her writing, and if it wasn't her as an author, I don't think I would pick up the book, but because I love this series so much and I love her as an author in general, I would literally read like her grocery list. I hate winter, so I'm curious to see whether I'm gonna love her or not. So yeah. The next one I want to read is Beach Read from Emily Henry. I've heard so much about this freaking book. I think I'm really going to like the book, especially because it's about 2 authors who come together. It's a love story revolving them, and they both are in like a writer's block, and they meet each other to help one another finish their book. So they go on like different experiences together. So that right there sounds just amazing. Her books get a really good rating, but I feel like people either really love them or like they can't stand them. So there's like no in between with her writing. So I'm definitely very curious for that one. The next one is actually a dark romance, and I've like barely read any dark romances, but I do want to like open myself up to different genres, and it is Still Beating. It's about a girl. I'm pretty sure it's about a girl who doesn't get along with her sister's fiance. One thing leads to another, and they get kidnapped together. That sounds spicy. Apparently there's like a lot of like, trigger warnings, big red flags in there. So I love the cover. I think it's such an amazing cover. The next one is Carrie Soto is Back, and this has 4.23 stars on Goodreads. I've heard nothing but really, really great things. It is about a tennis player who is trying to gain back her title. Like, I think someone's trying to like pass her record or something. And I'm not exactly sure how a romance goes in. That book doesn't really, I mean, the cover is beautiful, but it doesn't really speak to me, the summary, but I don't want that to limit me from reading like the book itself. I literally felt that way about Powerless in the Chestnut Springs series, and now it's my favorite book of literally almost all time. Like, it's in the top 5 of all time. So I can't base it around the the summary of the book. So I mean, I'm down for it. The next one is Before We Were Strangers. This follows a dual timeline of this couple. They were together in college. Something happens. They're not together anymore, and they run into each other on the subway. And I love reading books about New York City because I live 15 minutes away from the city my whole life. And I know the city so well. Like, I just know how to navigate it. So I really love reading books about it because I get a really good picture in my head of New York City. So I'm very curious. I feel like I'm gonna like that one. And I've heard that like it's a tearjerker, and I love the cover. I love the premise. I love dual timelines. I don't like when it's too much of a dual timeline though, when like the spark kind of keeps like dying because of the double timeline. But yeah, we'll see. The next one is called Rewrite Our Story, and it's from Kat Singleton, and this book just came out last week. It is about a girl, and I think the author actually wrote this inspired by her own breakup. She was dating a guy, and I think it was her best friend's brother, if I'm pretty sure. And then they separate in college and something happens and then they come back together when there's a death in the family. I feel like I really love books that are friends to lovers instead of like once loved and then not together and then love again. You know, I guess I like the excitement of something brand new. But I'm definitely curious. I could vibe with it. Like we could vibe. Okay, the next one is called A False Start in the Gold Rush series, or the Gold Rush Ranch series from Elsie Silver, literally my new favorite author ever. And I read a photo finish so far this month as well by her. I loved it. It was absolutely outstanding. I will be doing a whole video of my monthly wrap up. So this book is about a guy and a girl and they kiss at a bar and then they find out that the guy finds out that it's his best friend's little sister. So I'm very curious to see how that is. And I read photo finish in this series as well, which is right before Chestnut Springs. You don't have to read it in order at all, but it is cool to see like little moments of the characters from the other series like appearing in this. So it's crazy how she had already kind of planned out her world. Apparently this is an age gap romance, I'm pretty sure, so I love a good age gap. I don't like too much of an age gap because then it gets kind of weird, but it says I think it's only like 14 years older, so that's not, you know, bad in my eyes at all. It's a moral thing. It seems that her role in the book, she's very like carefree and a free spirit, and I always love reading characters like that. The book I'm actually writing myself, I'm currently writing, there's a side character who I hope to make a book for in my own series one day, and her name's Deanna, and she is like wild child, so free, and every time I write like dialogue with her in it, I'm always just like, I love her. Like she's just so funny and like so fun, and I love reading and writing about characters like that. The next one I don't know about, but I will force myself to read it. It's called Hidden Waters and it's in the Tatered and Torn series. I really don't know what this book is about, to be honest. I just love the cover and it sounds the best out of all of the other books. I'm reading right now the book description. It seems that this girl is like roommates with someone and her family tried to break her and different things. So I don't even really know what I'm getting myself into, but I am trying to go into books more with the perspective of like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into, but I'm here for the ride. I feel like I'm such a control freak that I want to know everything like before I read a book to see if I'm going to like it, but I really want to start making it my like 2023 resolution to just start going like blindly into books. Like just if some things people are talking about it, just pick it up. The next one I want to read is called Only Love Can Hurt Like This, and I'm pretty sure people like sob to this book. I love crying in books. Like, don't get me wrong, I like a fluffy read, but like 9.5 times out of 10, I am definitely into, of course, I love banter. I love like fluffiness in that aspect, but I love to feel something while reading a book. I love to get to know someone's like deep inner trauma. Like I love that. So I'm curious. It's about a woman and her fiance falls in love with someone else. And the guy main character's wife actually died 4 years prior. So it is I'm guessing a love story between both of them, and they both have secrets. And I love a good secret. Like tell me all your secrets. Like please expose them to me. Like I love a book where the whole time I'm reading and I'm like, what the fuck is this secret? I am so nosy. I need to know right now. And a secret always like keeps me on my feet so much. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about that. I also want to read Becoming Selfish from Liz Rose. And this is in her Becoming Selfish series. So it's about a guy. He is an athlete. He is on the college hockey team. I'm not really like, I haven't been obsessed with reading college books lately, but I'm willing to look past it. It's about a guy. He is on a college hockey team. And I like when the characters, it says that the girl is 22. And here, I like that with college books, they're like later on in college and not like 18, because I don't really like reading about 18-year-olds. That's why I'm not really into like high school romances or anything like that. So I could vibe with like a 22-year-old because like I'm 23, you know, about to be 24. I could vibe with 22. But it is about this guy and his brother's best friend moves back to town. I'm pretty sure. That's what it is about. So yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. I am freaking excited. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. There are so many blessings on the way and so many blessings right in front of you. You just haven't looked hard enough yet. All right, you guys, I will see you in my next one.